What's up, YouTube? Back in the garage, and if you saw last video, we were installing an angle kit on Nick's 350Z. If you didn't watch that, go ahead and watch it. Next weekend, he's trying to get this thing to the track, so we're hoping to finish up all of the drift prep today, which includes a welded diff and alignment and clutch line. Are we doing that?
If we make it that far.
Okay, if we make it that far. I tried to read up on how to get this thing out, and some people said that this little battery brace gets in the way and hits the crank pulley. So I'm either gonna pull off the crank pulley or cut this out first. That way I don't have to worry about it. Because I think the engine and trans and subframe is all supposed to just drop out the bottom. I think that's the way the manual would call to do it, but I'm gonna pull it out the top.
My theory was it would be easier on the bench instead of laying on my back.
Maybe.
Alright, got the diff out. Gonna pop the cover off, drain the fluid out. Oh, we already drained it out. We gotta pop the cover off, and we're gonna spray it out with brake clean before we weld it up.
Pit crew.
Right. That was easy.
Bingo.
Any coming out?
Not enough for me to care.
Gross. The old open. I mean the welded. I mean the LSD. Yeah, so basically if you look in here, you're just gonna go to town in there, dude.
Dang. Yeah.
If people online just say, yeah, just go to town. Because you can see the gears.
And then you do that. How many of those holes are there?
Like 3 or 4.
Dang.
Just go to town. Now we...
The goal here is to weld the gears together in these holes. So the gear that's in the middle here inside, you want to weld to the bottom and the top gear. And then same thing on this side. So you basically need to get the welder into the corner and just spray and pray, I guess. And then on this side here, we're going to weld this seam, and then we're going to weld a square around it. And I learned that from somebody else's YouTube videos, so
Good to go. That's right.
Passing along the knowledge.
First passes. A little crusty flux core, but it'll do the job.
That one turned out pretty well in there.
Oh, that looks a lot better after you hit it with the brush.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Welded. So here's some close-ups of what it looks like, and that's with a little 140 Chinese welder. These are obviously really hard to get to, so I started deep to get the gears welded together, and then just pretty much build it up and then welded it to the casing, which isn't necessary if you have a welder that can just melt through the gears, but I figured better safe than sorry. Overall, I think it turned out pretty good. So I'd say I feel good enough about it. I don't think anything's gonna let loose. While Nick is getting that back together, and putting that back in. I'm gonna go ahead and get the RX8 ready to pull the engine out. There's really not much left besides the motor mounts and transmission mounts. A few lines left underneath to disconnect, and should be about ready to come out. So we'll see what happens. All right, I think this thing's about ready to come out. Oh. All right, diff is all sealed up, and Nick is attempting to get it in. Do you need me to run the jack?
Oh, stop.
Forward.
Hold on. It's like stuck.
Must be getting close.
Yeah.
Looks like the 350Z is coming down. I think he's gonna do a quick and dirty alignment. He'll have to go back and reference the video from 5 years ago on the Prelude. And over here, the rotary is hanging from the hoist. Motor mounts are loose, trans mounts, I just have to take out the last 2 nuts. So next I'm just gonna get the motor mounts completely out of the way, make sure my harness is unhooked completely, and then I'll get Nick's help to pull this thing out. So I'll probably just set up the time lapse again. Here we go. The engine is out, and I am glad. What time is it?
Like 10:30.
Oh, that's not that bad. Starting to look like a V8 could fit in this thing now. So that's good news. But yeah, rotary's out. Huge automatic transmission. So that's where it's gonna sit tonight. And Nick and I are gonna go test drive the welded diff.
Yeah, we are. Oh, dude, it's like perfect. That's the best turn I've ever done. That was sick. Yeah.
So we just got back. Nick's welded diff seems to be working well. I'm glad he's happy with it. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Engine and trans is out of the RX8. Feels really good. It's quite the mess here. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and good night.